Hello, friends and subscribers. This is Prepper Princess, and I got called out by Sensible Living with Money Mom asking me what someone should do money-wise if they lose their job. And these are really great questions. It's been a long time since I've been out of a job, about 9 years, but I have lost 5 jobs in my lifetime. It's just the nature of call center work. A lot of companies will close out call centers and you get laid off, and they'll outsource them to either a different country or a different state that has a lower cost of living. This is just a money-saving tactic that a lot of businesses take, and unfortunately, the employees are sort of the victims of that sort of thing. So the first thing that you should do immediately, of course, is file for unemployment. Whether you qualify for unemployment or not, that is up for them to decide. Either way, you should definitely file, and remember that you will not receive your first check for 2 to 4 weeks. So make sure that you have a little bit of money on hand that'll get you through that time period until you can either get your first unemployment check or get yourself a new job. The second thing you should do is go to the doctor, dentist, or your eye doctor. I apologize, I don't have an eye doctor. I have good vision, so I've never needed an eye doctor. But your payments usually take place, or the money is automatically deducted from your paycheck. And once the month ends, more than likely your coverage is going to stop. So you should be going to the doctor for a checkup and to your dentist for a cleaning. The third thing you should do is change your 401k into a Roth IRA. The 401k, the companies pay a lot of the benefits towards the 401k, and if you are no longer working with the same company, the benefits that the company used to pay are no longer viable, so those will be automatically deducted from your 401k. In order to alleviate yourself from that risk, you should be switching your 401k to a Roth IRA as soon as possible. The next thing you should do is update your resume and cover letter. Don't forget that when you apply for a position, the cover letter should be subjected to the job that you are applying for. You don't want just some regular standard cover letter that is intended for any company to go to. This is something that people in human resources can see right away. They see it as laziness, and usually your resume is just going to be tossed to the side. So make sure that every time you apply for a position, it has to do with that, specifically with that position, and make sure that you put details on your resume to include that. The next one, I've got it written down on a board here, is to scrutinize your budget, go scorched earth, and consolidate any debt that you might have. So scrutinizing your budget is going through and getting rid of any extra. That is cable TV, that's a gym membership, any sort of subscriptions that you may have. Get rid of everything. You're going to want to go scorched earth, bare bones budget, eating rice and beans until you're able to get to your next position. Don't forget that when one door closes, another door is more than likely to open. So even though you may be in a very desperate, scary, lonely place, remember that things typically get better. So just keep that in mind. Consolidate your debts is also on that one. So if you have a lot of credit cards, but you have good credit, make sure that you take the credit card with the lowest interest rate, give the representatives a call, see if you can consolidate all of your credit cards onto that one card so that you can get the lowest interest rate possible. The next one is go through all of your food. So go through your pantry, go through any food that you may have. Remember that can of like tomato paste at the back of the cupboard? Well, you're going to have to figure out a way to use it. If you are in really dire straits, another good idea would be to contact your local food banks or churches to see if they have donations available. And you can also volunteer your time and network and do some networking while you're at it. The next thing is to check your interview suit and update your interview skills. So some of us who have been employed for a really long time, maybe our bodies have changed, we've changed sizes, and while we keep our interview suit in the back of our closet, it might not fit. So make sure that you check and see if your interview suit still fits, and if it doesn't, contact your local thrift store, see if you can find a replacement. Update your interview skills. We all love when we're at an interview and we hear that wonderful question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or what do you plan or intend to do at this position? And how long do you plan on staying with the company. Well, when you were with your last company, you planned on staying with them forever, but that didn't work out. So you want to make sure that you brush up your interview skills so that when the time does come to get an interview, that you have those answers available and you're not sitting there stuttering going, I don't know. That's a good question. So you want to make sure that that's updated. The last one I've got is check your local library. Sorry, that's not the last one. That's the second to last one. Check your local library. A lot of them have employment opportunities. People post job opportunities at the library. They also are some of the people that offer the interview updating skills and what you can look forward to at an upcoming interview. The last part, and this is the hardest part, is turn your job search into your new job. So this is something where you're going to be wanting to spend 8 to 10 hours a day searching for a new job, and make sure that you follow up every 2 to 3 days. Hey, did you get to take a look at my resume? What did you think? Is there anything I can improve on? Is there anybody that I can talk to, maybe get an interview with you guys? I'm really interested in your company. Make sure that you do the research on the company that you are applying for so that, Rocky, you go boy. So that when you go in for the interview, you're not caught off guard. I will go ahead and do my Rocky cameo. Come here, Rocky. Come here, Rocky. Come here. Come here. Rocky cameo? You want a Rocky cameo? Come here. Up. Up. Okay, just stay there. Hold on. Rocky cameo. Rocky, look up here. Look up there. There we go. There's my boy. He is always with me. He's with me all the time. There we go. Okay, so I hope that this has been helpful. So this is the top 8 things that you should do if you are in the unfortunate position of losing your job. I hope this helps. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.